All right, let's get into this. And wow, is it a fascinating and, let's be honest, a pretty wild thought experiment. So right up front, let's be super clear. This is not a real political plan in the works, but it is an incredible way to think about how money, power, and national loyalty all crash into each other.
I mean, seriously, just try to picture that. You go to your mailbox and there's this official-looking envelope. You open it up and boom, a check from the U.S. Treasury for 100 grand with your name on it. And there's only one tiny catch. Okay, it's a massive catch. You just have to vote to leave your own country and become an American. What do you even do in that situation?
And this is where the whole idea just gets so interesting, right? It completely flips the script on foreign policy. It takes it away from the quiet, closed-door meetings with diplomats and instead turns it into something that looks, well, it looks like a marketing campaign. We're not talking about treaties here. We're talking about an America First deal sent directly to the people.
So if a country were actually going to try something this audacious, how would it even work? What's the playbook? Well, let's break down the step-by-step guide for this insane geopolitical gamble.
The language here is just perfect. This isn't the talk you hear from the State Department, right? This is straight out of Silicon Valley. It literally frames the entire population of a country as potential customers that you need to win over.
And here it is, the magic number, the heart of the entire offer, $100,000. For so many people, that is absolutely life-changing money. So it's not just a little incentive. No, it's a massive psychological tool. It's designed to make you stop, take a breath, and really, truly consider the offer.
So this is the key thing to get. In this scenario, the U.S. isn't trying to buy land from the Danish government. Not at all. It's trying to acquire the loyalty of every single citizen, one by offering them a product, U.S. statehood. It's a strategy that just completely sidesteps all traditional diplomacy.
And this just lays out the whole chain reaction perfectly. It kicks off with that direct offer. Then, of course, Denmark is outraged. I mean, they see it as a hostile act. But that's actually part of the plan. The whole point is to force the conversation, to get a path to secession on the table, which then ignites this huge, messy debate inside Greenland. The fallout just ripples from there, shaking up Denmark's role in NATO and the whole theoretical endgame, a brand new star on the American flag.
And you have to realize, this isn't some quick, overnight coup. Look at the timeline. This is a slow burn strategy. It's a political campaign designed to play out over nearly 3 years. The shock on day one is just the opening move. The real strategy is the long, drawn-out period of debate and division that's meant to wear down the opposition until finally a vote is held.
Okay, so we've seen the plan, but what's the real strategic goal here? Is it just about the land? Well, it's a bit deeper than that. This whole strategy is about something more than just territory.
See, those $100,000 checks, they're really just the tool. The main goal, the real target, is to drive a massive wedge right between Nuuk, the capital of Greenland, and Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. It's all about creating a political crisis that forces Greenland to make a choice about its own future.
And you just have to see how incredibly different the stakes are for both sides. For people in Greenland, hey, this offer could look like a golden ticket, right? We're talking instant wealth, true independence from Denmark, and a direct line to the most powerful country on Earth. But for Denmark, it's an existential threat, a threat to their national sovereignty, the loss of a vital territory, and a move that could shake up their entire position in the West.
And the fallout doesn't stop there. The ripple effects would be huge. For the NATO alliance, this would be an absolute nightmare. Think about it. It weakens a founding member, it creates this unbelievable conflict within the alliance, and it sets a really dangerous precedent for how countries handle land disputes. The stability of the entire alliance could be thrown into question.
So after all this talk of geopolitics and grand strategy, it all kind of boils down to one simple and very, very personal question.
It's a pretty cynical way of looking at the world, isn't it? But it does make you ask the question, does every citizen have a price tag? It's definitely something to think about.
So, let's just ask it directly. Forget the high-level politics for a second, and let's make this about you. If that check for 100 grand showed up in your mail tomorrow, what would you do? I mean, that money could be a new house, it could wipe out your debt, it could mean security for your family. But what's the cost? Your heritage? Your identity? Is your nationality for sale? And if it is, what's the number?
And that just gets to the absolute heart of it, doesn't it? It's really easy for us to talk about loyalty and patriotism as these big abstract ideas.
But this whole thought experiment makes us face how those ideals hold up when, as the source puts it so well, someone brings a fire hose of cash right to your front door. It's a fascinating and maybe a little uncomfortable question about what we all truly value.